With that, I will close the mayor's report and open the public comment.
I'm Gretchen Schultz, 2027 Tanglewood Drive in Snellville. And as you know, I'm one of the Snellville Farmers Market volunteers. And we have been having entertainment just about every week at the farmers market this year, which has added a lot to the market. But we're having some entertainment this Saturday that I'm really excited about, that I wanted to tell you about. The First Baptist of Snellville Children's Drama School is going to be presenting 101 Dalmatians at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning on the stage. It's a 42-minute play. The children in it are first through fifth grades. I think it's going to be really a lot of fun. And of course, they'll be bringing their parents and their grandparents and their siblings and their aunts and their uncles. So I think we'll have a lot of people at the farmers market this week. But I wanted to be sure that you knew about the play, because I'm just really excited about it. Thank you.
Any additional public comment?
Marilyn Swinney, 1832 Glenwood Lane, Snellville. First of all, my hat's off to Councilwoman Couts. You're right on, sweetie. Okay. I missed the last council meeting, but I watched the tape, and I was kind of surprised by your mayor's report. You stated that
Ms.
you
Sweeney,
love
this is
being
not the place
mayor.
to have. Ms. Sweeney, you're out of order.
did
Ms.
not
Sweeney,
like
you're out of
working
order.
with the
Ms.
council.
Sweeney, Erica, if you could please turn off her microphone until she stops talking. Ms. Sweeney, you're out of order.
I'm not out of order.
Yes, ma'am, you are. No, ma'am, our charter says that you have to maintain public decorum in your public comments. Personal attacks against a member of council are not acceptable. So if you want to say something for public comment, we'll continue, but you are out of order on the path that you're going.
I feel that we do not have leadership. And if we don't have leadership, we will never have a council that works together. I feel the leadership that you think you have here in Snellville is not adequate. I suggest the leader of Snellville take the necessary steps to look within and find some leadership techniques, whether it's through seminars, books, whatever. Thank you.
Kurt Schultz, 2027 Tanglewood Drive. I just want to make some short comments about the survey. I was really amazed, Councilman Witz, about all the numbers you provided tonight on that survey, and really could see how Snellville has, grown in the last 2 to 3 years, and it kind of coincides with the farmers market now. All the volunteers and everything in the city, kind of helping out here. And anyway, I've been a little lax on my contest for the farmers market. This is going on again. We've got about a month to go, and we're not first in the state right now. But hopefully by next week we'll be first in the state, and once again we'll be trying to, win the national contest. Last year, as you remember, we came in third in the nation, but this year we'll try to go all the way, and time to burn some midnight oil here. But anyway, please get on the website for the farmers market, and I believe there's a link on there to go to the contest, and please enter. And unless there's a problem, I'm going to enter everyone up there. I'm able to do that, and so say no if you don't want it right now. If not, this is the disclaimer. You'll be entered. You'll just get a thank you note that you have voted for the farmers market. And anybody out in the audience who wants to vote, please We want to win it all this year. Thank you.
Hank Reed, 1860 Meadow Chase Court. I just wanted to say, Councilwoman Kraus, again, I can appreciate your passion for your job and your seat and what you do. I think that's important. Whatever the results are, that you open your heart and your mind up to what you do, and I do appreciate that, and I see that as your offering of inclusion as to what we do and how we contribute to the city. And Councilman Witt, again, as I mentioned to you earlier, I do appreciate the survey that was put together. I look forward to seeing how many citizens of Snellville actually participate in that, and that I'd definitely be willing to contribute in any way I can to get as many people on board with that, because I think they're great statistics. They cover a lot of areas that I think are important in our city. And again, I thank your contributions this evening.
Any further public comment? Seeing none, I'll close the public comment.
I'm Dr. Ida Graham, 2085 Glenhurst Drive, Snellville, Georgia. I have been living here for 13 years, and I want to thank the council for allowing me to serve numerous times in this position. As you're well aware, I do hold more than one doctorate, and one is in planning. However, I will say this: I certainly appreciate the fact that 3 council members, none of whom were here, or the mayor, they suggested, the council members, that I apply, excuse my voice because I have laryngitis. However, I was involved with my church, with different groups that I'm in, and with my neighborhood, and I also taught for years driver safety for AARP. No comments about my own driving ability. With that in mind, I thought, I moved here because I had an opportunity. I have no relatives in the city of Snellville. I owe no political allegiance to anyone in the city of Snellville. I would certainly say to the mayor that I respect your position in not in making an appointment. That is something that I pride myself on. I am a professional. I am a citizen of Snellville, and I'm very proud of it. And one of the things, when you added the proud, this was something. I want to share just a cute little story, and I hope I'm not taking too much time. But when we relocated from Miami, Florida to another town, it was interesting that we had to come through Snellville because our son transferred to the University of Georgia. I thought this, here's this beautiful little place with a little store and rock buildings. As you can imagine, my son's older than 40. And we didn't know the name of it. And we jokingly said, well, this must be Snellville. Now, I don't want to insult anyone. It was all in jest. It was all in fun. But we visited a church here in Snellville, that beautiful rock building, years later, and I was doing a program. And I thought, this is so pretty. And I realized there are other things. And then when we relocated here, we voted, and we voted in the old place across the street, and I was so disappointed because I've always been very active, and I want people to vote, and I especially want women to vote, and I've done everything I can to say that in order for us as women, and I say this to all of the women in the audience and to those of you on the board, that we have to carry our own load before we can ask for special favors. And that's sort of my credo for life. And one of the things that I would like to say is that we signed the papers for our home, which I do not plan to leave until they take me away. And I did not know Snellville, Lawrenceville, Loganville, Villeville, and we did not know until we started to sign the papers that we had purchased property in the city limits of Snellville. Now go ahead, I'm not opening the comment for why didn't you check more. We looked at each other and laughed and said, what fools we were years ago. But it was in jest, and I am proud to be a Snellvillian, if that is the correct pronunciation. And I would say this to you, when this building, the senior center, the police department, I went to the police department when I had to get directions from 15 people of how to get there. But I will say this police department, they were so kind to me, and they made me feel like I was a person. And this is the thing, we have to love each other. Our forefathers founded this country, and those men, a lot of them did not like each other. But look what they got together and accomplished. The Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and they battled. I had to kind of chuckle, not chuckle, but when I was hearing all of you talk about your budget process and how difficult it was. I've been there. It is difficult, and you will disagree, but you do it with respect for each other. And I don't mean to be lecturing to you, it's just my belief in my heart. And we have to do those kinds of things in order to survive. The Constitution that I mentioned, we have the first 10 amendments called the Bill of Rights because there was so much disagreement, and they finally pulled those things together. As we go on through history and we look at the Missouri Compromise, why? What did they do? They decided that we could count someone as 2/3 a human being that God made. And then we come on to today and we talk about the things that we want and the things that we're proud of. You know what I'm proud of? I'm proud that I'm a citizen of the United States, of the state of Georgia, and the city of Snellville. I am proud of my God who made me. I am very proud of the man I have been married to for more years than either one of us want to admit. And I am very proud of my family and what they stand for. And I guarantee you, I ask all of you to encourage each other to do everything you can. I have worked 38 years before I finally decided that I should retire. And then even then, I backed off and went back to my first career and started again. I'm not a perfect person, but I will tell you this. I will do everything in my power to work for the city of Snellville. I have been trained. It doesn't matter. I bow to the decisions of all of you. And I say this. I have no animosity in my heart for anyone, and I respect the position of each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Graham. With that, I will close public comment. During the public hearing of the mayor and city council of Snellville, Georgia, Mayor Couts announced that certain matters should be discussed in a closed session of the meeting and asked council to advise the city with respect to closing the meeting. City Attorney Tony Powell advised the city of the following reasons to close the meeting: to discuss pending and or potential litigation, settlement claims, administrative proceedings, or other judicial actions which is exempt from the Open Meetings Act pursuant to OCGA Section 50-14-2, subsection 1. to authorize negotiations to purchase, dispose of, or lease property, authorize the ordering of appraisal related to the acquisition or disposal of real estate, enter into a contract to purchase, dispose of, or lease property subject to approval in a subsequent public vote, or enter into an option to purchase, dispose of, or lease real estate subject to approval in subsequent public vote, which is excluded from the Open Meetings Act pursuant to Section 50-14-3, subsection B1C, upon the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action, or dismissal, or periodic evaluation or rating of a public officer or employee, which is excluded pursuant to OCGA Section 50-14-3, subsection B2. Upon a motion of Council Member Sabag, seconded by Council Member
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, the meeting was closed with the following council members and the mayor present and voting. Mayor Couch, yes. Councilman Emmanuel. Yes. Councilman Howard. Yes. Councilwoman Kraus. Yes. Councilman Sabag. Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Witz. Yes. With that, we will adjourn the open session. We'll reconvene in 5 minutes in the conference room for the executive session. I don't expect any action to come from the executive session. Thank you for all coming out tonight. Thank you.